Hello, everyone. Hello, Lambda. Nice to meet you. One of these days I'm going to remember to change my stream name before I start streaming, I swear. Hello, Pizza. Welcome to stream. So today I talked about making a new build. So I plan to actually make the build, like plan it out, and then we'll actually make it later because that's going to take forever to do. But I want to use, we're doing this today? It's literally the same thing. It's the same. It's because the version is different. Can I just make it there? That should work. Okay. There we go. We got Minecraft. So I made a single player world to test in outside of my normal test world. Why did I forget that I turned sound on my phone? I don't know why that jump scared me, but that's kind of bad that it did. But yeah, hopefully it's not too bad. Planning a big build like this because I don't do it often, but we'll see. How's your weekend been? I did get jump scared by a phone. I've been jump scared by like the dumbest things, I swear. Right. That's all good. Although I swear, every time it turns on auto jump. My day's been pretty good. Pretty chill. Although I had a, what's it called? I had a job interview, a phone interview. So we'll see if that goes anywhere. It's my first one, but. So if you're wondering what that is, I can't even zoom in and get all of it. Wait, maybe, no, I can't do that. So that is from Lightmatica, and I just put it there on the other server and then realized I didn't want to build it there. So we'll move that when the time comes, but yeah, we're just gonna run away from it so I can make my little build. But yeah, my day's been pretty chill. How about you? How we all doing? Okay. My way over here, okay. I hope so too. I think it'll be a pretty good position for me, especially because it's really close to where I am now. So I don't have to move out automatically. Your day's been good? That's good. Yeah, a lot of the places that I've found have been far enough away to where I'd have to move out right now, and I just don't feel like I have enough to move out right away. Okay, so So I'm thinking that this is our current black palette. Oh wait, I forgot the Streamlights. I knew I was forgetting some. Streamlights. Light source. Yeah, it looks like a sign. Just a really bad sign. I was kind of going between whether I wanted to use that concrete or this concrete, because one's the powder and one's not. But I think the powder gives it more texture, and this one looks just like barely... It's so dark. You can't see anything in it. So I wasn't sure about it, but I think because all of these do have a lot of texture, it could work out that way, but I have to make a decision as to which I prefer. I have both. I have a fairly large inventory. I got some candles, you got some buttons, ton of wood things. And we also have red nether bricks, so I wasn't sure. I like the way that looks better than I like the regular nether bricks, but I have more regular nether bricks. So I kind of have to use them, as opposed to using, you know, making just this. I have a ton of this, I might as well use it, right? And I think this helps tie in the purples more, but this helps fit with the red, so I might use both. I might use just the regular. It's easy to make, I just don't want to waste what I have. This is my very large inventory. And I figure we'll probably just start fairly basic and see how far it goes. I'm not sure. I have a feeling I probably won't be able to finish like a full build today, just because I'm going to be fairly indecisive on it, but I'm going to try my hardest. But this is, I guess I should lay out one of everything. And then I also have Crimson Hyphae. I wasn't sure if I wanted to use that or the it's basically the same block, just you get the corners. So this can stay up there. And do I still have the red down? No, I broke that. Put that there. All right. That is my set of options. Good to note. So now I can just, I could just place one of everything and then I don't have to worry about it. I did that one. I did that one. Then we have two different stair options because we have nether bricks. We do also have the red nether bricks, but I figure if I'm probably going to be using more of the regular nether bricks, then I have those. And then I have the crimson wood. We have red candles and black candles because we can probably get both enough, and I think that'd be good for decorating. And then let's see, we have, the only door we have is crimson door. That necessarily fits like directly with it. If I choose to have an actual physical door, which I probably will on the inside, but not as much on the outside. We have crimson fence and nether brick fence, which means I'll probably use a mix of the both because you can't get fence gates with nether brick, but you can with the crimson, so I'd be able to use that depending on how I chose to do it. We have the nether brick wall, and then we have nether brick slabs as well. That there. This is the full block. Oh, and I have a button. The only button you can really get, you can get crimson buttons, which I'll probably get that as well. Which I don't know if I'll use it, but I could use it every time. Put that there. Okay. And I can get this crimson buttons, and then there's also polished blackstone. And I think the polished blackstone kind of looks like it's that. So I feel like it goes pretty well because if it looks like they're one and the same. So I feel like it could go pretty well. Alright, so now my inventory is empty, which is great. Because now I can just middle click to get what block I want. Alright, so my watch is dying. Give me a second. Let me put this on the charger. My funny builder words confuse you? Which words? I can try to explain better. I've been watching a lot of builders because I'm trying to get better at building, but there are a lot of things that are just very buildery. It's so strange. I still don't know how Lightmatica works. We'll use it at some point. Lightmatica is a mod that allows you to copy. So you make a build and it tells you all the facts about it. So if I were to do this, it'd tell me what blocks I needed and how much of each. And that kind of thing. So I'll probably use that to copy whatever I make here onto the other one. Less... what's the word? Less necessary like brain capacity to make it work. Oh, there's a solid chicken. I'm not a builder. The best build I've done is a dirt shack. Well, yeah. I won't say I'm the greatest either, but I want to get better at it because I find it so interesting. And I'm not good at combat, so that's never going to be something that like I will be great in, right? I'm not good at combat, and I know that. But building is something where it's something that I could end up being good at, right? And plus, I think there's a lot of options here. This looks cool. Okay. As a block palette, I think this looks cool. Okay, we'll use this as for the base. And it shouldn't be too dark. Just because I thought I just deleted the block. I was gonna be really upset. But I do I have Optifine on this one? I don't know. Let's see. No, because this is fabric. I had a feeling. Mostly mine and fight, yeah. When I'm playing in like creative, or not creative, when I'm playing in survival, that's usually what I do. I get what I need, start mining, make a little place. It's all fancy, and then I go from there. But I don't know. I just feel like since I think it's got something to do with Sunset because it's the first big server that I've been on. Wait, no, it's the same. So I feel a little bit more, what's the word? I want to do more on it. And it's just been fairly... because no one has been on in a while, and I have a ton of stuff now, so I'm at the point where, you know, we beat the dragon. I didn't beat the dragon. Jackie beat the dragon, but we beat the dragon collectively. You know, I beat a wither. This is going to be the base. I'm trying to make it not look like just a random t-shirt, but it's going to be... let's see if I get this one. Make a bay window or something. I don't know. This might be really big. I have a big area to use, though. Maybe I should go in and check how much space I have. How much space do I have to work with? Because I have the area planned out. This one. Those... yeah, it's not difficult to beat the Wither in Java. Although I mean, let's be honest, I still almost died, but... that's what I mean, but I'm not good at combat. So, I was really trying to fly. Man, I played this a little bit too much. So, the area that I kind of want to put this build is either over in this area, which I have a lot of space here, or this way. I don't have my elytra. That's why I was trying to fly. But yeah, I have... food. Oh, hey, this one. Thank you. Somehow we got some iron down here. We'll put that in there where it belongs. Yeah. Although I have not, you know, attacked the Wither in Bedrock, because I haven't really played Bedrock. But I get what you mean. But either that, so that area over there, or this island. I have not decided, because this island would be, you know, I'd be able to do a lot more without worrying about interfering with that. But it's fairly skinny, so I'd have to make sure that it fits in a specific location. to make sure it fits all the way on. It's going to be one of those two, but either way, I have plenty of space, so that shouldn't be an issue. For whatever reason, I expect it to be. Yeah, just because I have better. I mean, everyone who has Java now these days has Bedrock, but I rarely played on it, if at all. I think the only time I went on it was to change my skin on there, and then that was it. And I haven't touched it since. That's not what I meant to click when I clicked back over. Okay. It's gonna look fairly interesting, but I'm curious to see what I do with it, that's for sure. Just trying to make something. I want the outside to be just an interesting shape because I know I can work a lot. I can do a lot with it once I get something, you know, kind of funky going. It looks terrible, but we can make that work. I guess it's kind of how it normally goes. You make some weird funky thing and then you pull it all together. Okay. Yeah, it's just I don't know how to make it disappear. Otherwise, I would have done that earlier. But I was like, I made it in the other in my other test world. I was like, oh, I don't want to build it on that one. I want to build it on one where I have more space, and I don't have to worry about, you know, getting into other stuff because that one's more redstone testing. And then I just left it, and it's just kind of been there. It just looks so. It is just. It's the only cloud in the sky. The only cloud in the sky is man-made. Alright. Now here part we gotta build walls. Just... There's really no way to make this more interesting. It does look kind of 4D. I think it's probably because of the... What was I trying... Like the colored lines, you see all the edges. I'm gonna build them all the same height, because that's gonna be like the base kind of window height, and then, yeah, the best montage. It's a wall building montage. Oh god, am I Donald Trump? Oh no. Although he wouldn't build the wall himself, let's be honest here. But nonetheless, I'm gonna bring them all up to the same height as like the base, and then after that, depending on how I decide to roof it, we'll go up higher. Hello, sun. Black Donald Trump. I think we have a few other things that are a little bit different, but I mean, I wish I had that kind of money, but unfortunately I do not. If I had that kind of money, I would never have to work another day in my life. Literally all you need at that point, I could just stream just because I want to and not have to worry about numbers. And that'd be so cool. Just, I mean, I don't really worry about numbers generally, but like, I still have to worry about, you know, how much I'm, like getting a job outside of streaming and that kind of stuff. I'd never have to worry about how much I have to pay for rent or something like that. Unless I wanted to. I can't imagine that'd be like a willing. I'd love to worry about that. Apple cores. And it actually wouldn't be. I have seen some videos, and every time it hurts my soul. It was a long time ago. There was a video of people eating the apple from the bottom, and they would just eat everything. They would eat the core included, and it hurts my soul. Like, I can't imagine willingly eating an apple core. Like, it just sounds painful, but some people do it. Right? It's just weird, but I would say if you're using it in like a dish or something, then yeah, that's fine, because you can just, you know, take the seeds out with a strainer. If you know, let's say you're making applesauce, then yeah, you could just use the whole apple or something to that effect. But eating it just like as is, I hate that so much. Like, it's just, especially, not even the seeds don't bother me, but it's like the sharp kind of seed covering part. That part is so gross to me. Like, I just hate the texture of it. Hey, we've reached halfway, I think. In terms of area. I think that side has more stuff. I don't know. Yeah. I say it's okay. I think it depends as well, because, you know, how you make it. Like, I've had homemade applesauce, and then I've had, like, you know, the store brand, you know, whatever applesauce. Homemade applesauce bangs. I used to like it a lot more. I don't like it as much as I did, you know, but as a child, I liked anything sweet, so can I really trust those taste buds? I was just a sugar fiend. I mean, let's be honest, I still do like sugar a little bit more than I should, but Tiny Quo did very much love just anything with sugar. Like, I was the reason my parents had to hide or put the sugar, the candy candy box in the kitchen, because before it was just, you know, placed with all the rest of the stuff in the kitchen in the cupboard, and then they had to hide it because I just kept going in there and taking all the candy. I mean, they didn't hide it very well, but they tried. They did their best. So I kind of want to do, I want to do the exterior before I do, I think it's best if I just do all the outside and then I work on the interior. Then I can figure out what I've used a lot of and what I've used a little of. Hey, Sick! Long time no see. I'm almost done. We'll get there soon. That's fair, yeah. You know, not everyone goes on Twitch all the time. And they put it anywhere else. You mean the candy box? I think they did, but my parents have never been, like, really good at putting things in places where I couldn't get it anyway, so eventually they realized that I probably shouldn't have free access to the candy box, and then they moved the candy box to a place where it would be harder for me to get to it. But I mean, I still did if I wanted it, but I think it was more along the vein of just like keeping candy in the kitchen So they didn't want to move it too far, but then, you know, there's only so far you can move it. With that, once it, you know, becomes no longer the kitchen. Alright. We're almost done. Once we get around this corner, then we'll be done with this part. Then I get to figure out how I want to do the roof, which is... Although this is only level 1, but some of this is going to be roofed off here, and some of it's going to go up higher. Just put on the top of the back of the fridge if you're short, and just couldn't see it. So our fridge kind of goes into, we have like, our cupboard system comes out of the wall a little bit, and the fridge goes into that, so the top of our fridge doesn't have a lot of space. Usually the only thing that goes up there is like chip bags, and then they still fall down half the time. So instead, it went in a cabinet, and the cabinet was like high already, so I, you know, as a young childling, I had to get a chair, but they just decided to put it from like the normal cabinet rack to the top of that cabinet rack where I had to get a chair. So it made it more obvious if I was going up there. And I think eventually at some point they just, you know, stopped. But I mean, these days we don't have any in the house. Back when we used to, you know, trick or treat all the time, or all the time. We used to trick or treat, I guess I should say. So let's take, so this part will stay down. We'll take this part up. Yeah, they just added an extra step, pretty much. That's pretty much exactly what happened. Wait, I went too high. Just made it more difficult for me, but not necessarily like I wouldn't get there. It just... Probably have to break some of this, but we'll deal with that later. Once I make the roof, I'll figure out how much I need to leave and how much I don't, but... I don't want to go out to... See, the thing is, those don't align. So I'm gonna have to do one too far back or one too far forward. And that's gonna bother me. Or I could just make it so that this part goes in, like... I could just have that be a tiny offshoot. Yeah. I'd have to open it, then get a chair, so I could climb up on the chair to get up there. Yeah. Do I want to make that? I mean, what would I... There's nothing I'd have to move this. There's nothing I can do with that tiny section that would be worth it. If I move this part in one, then I can have it cut across here, and then I could have this be a little something, like a little window. I think that looks better. There we go. Okay. Make multiple clouds so the cloud doesn't look wrong. I don't know if I can make more than one, but what I can do... Where is it? Well, that doesn't work really well. It's not in the same level as the rest of the clouds. What if I... I don't know how to get it to go away, but we'll leave it. Get a bunch of TNT. I'll make this first though. Let's see. So I gotta go across here, right? Because honestly, I'm not super worried on the interior as much as just getting the basic layout, because I know I'm going to be super fussy about it when I actually make it. Because I'm just fussy about interiors anyway. Because I make this whole shape and everything, but I don't know how I'm going to make it functional, which is, going to be a part of it. As much as this build is going to look really nice, I want to incorporate redstone into some parts of it. So, I was trying to make a, what's it called? A furnace system, but I think I'm going to move it in here. Either that or make this just solely a sorting system. Oh wait, I went too far. I can't make the interior until I make the exterior though. Wait. Because if I'm making multiple, I didn't need to break that one. Let's say I'm making, 2 floors, 3 floors, which this is going to go up, as far as I want it to. I don't want the inside to just be a huge block, but it looks like it might end up being that way. Well, no, because it'll cut there, I think. So it might look like 2 huge blocks. That's fine. I don't know why I didn't think of that until now. I'm gonna put it there. Pineapple on pizza. My view on pineapple on pizza will always just be do what you want. I don't, if you like it, that's, that's great. Ooh, I'm 1 off. Actually, because some people don't, some people do. I have no problem with that, but just do what you like. Thinking about the vision. Is it gonna bother me if it's 1 off? Nah, it's not. No, it should be fine. Yeah, I know there's gonna be bats because there's no lighting in here. That's fine. I mean, I'm not surprised that it does. People like sweet with savory. So if you think about it, there's that. There's like candied bacon is another one where people just like mixing sweet chicken and waffles. That's a good example. Like honey barbecue sauce. People just like sweet with savory, like mixing it like that. So it's not like necessarily surprising. And if you want something that shouldn't exist, Kitchen Nightmares, there was a chocolate strawberry bacon dessert pizza, which I'll be honest looked and appeared to be vile according to like based on how people reacted to it. Like I was, oh, I actually need to move that over to make that connect. Okay. It looked absolutely terrible, and I'm, at some point you end up being surprised that, Gordon Ramsay even tried it. I wouldn't have. I mean, I know it's his job and all, but man, I wouldn't have tried it. Like, as there would have been, you would have had to pay me a lot of money to get me to try that, because it sounds like something that you just vomit over and leave it at that. So we got this part done. I'm trying to decide, do I want to have it go... At some point it will connect. Do I want to make it go and cut across here? It's actually not a bad idea. So that part will go up higher. And then we have like this. That should be fine. And where do I want this to go back to? I like this out. I go like this. Yeah, no, I was honestly surprised, especially because it doesn't sound like anything. They were trying to make it like romantic. I'm like, no. If someone gave that to me and were like, yeah, I want to date you. Here's like, you know, something that I think is super romantic, I would probably just throw it at them. And I wish I were joking. Like that's, it feels so anti-romantic that it's just painful to see. Yeah, that's one of the things that I was concerned about this when I started making it. It's going to be very difficult to fully light this up. Just because I'm going to have a lot of windows. Because it's just going to be very dark just inherently with all the blocks that I'm using. Except for the streamlights. The streamlights obviously are a light source, but everything else is just going to feel and be very dark. Why did I make this tiny corner thing? Really could have just dragged it across. I don't know what I would put in this. I guess I could put something in it. We'll make it, and then I can always get rid of it if I want to. Yeah, I would be so upset if someone was like, yes, I love you. Here's this, you know, wonderful thing for you to consume. Yeah, no. I feel like it's the same like equivalent of like giving someone like, you know, like dead flowers or something. Like you can obviously tell, unless if they just hadn't tried it, that would be a whole different thing. But like if they knew what it was and gave it to me. Also, because if they had tried it and they liked it, I wouldn't be able to trust their taste buds ever. Like ever. That would be 100% something to just throw out. Like both that person and the, like, what is... I can't imagine that being someone's like favorite food. Although there was one that I saw on TikTok and it got me so heated because it disgusted me so much. So imagine. You know, that's a good idea. I forgot this underscore, but I also can't type. No. Give. There we go. That will work. Why, thank you. Oh, is that... okay. Beans. Thank you, Sig. Yeah, like you said, extremes and acid proceeding to make you this. But imagine someone completely sober was like, yes, this is my favorite food. Oh, back to what I saw on TikTok. So you take a stick of butter. I don't remember if it was salted or unsalted butter, but I really don't think it matters in this circumstance. But stick of butter, right? And you wrap it in fruit roll-ups and then you freeze it. Which, you know, already sounds absolutely horrible to me. But then step 2, once that's done, you take it out. Right? I'm not even done. You take it out and you put it in a bowl with, oh god, what was it? In a bowl with, I think it was, no, you dip it in a mixture of vinegar and tahini, like the spice. And that was someone's favorite food. Let me take this back a little bit. Yeah, I was legitimately like disgusted by that. Like, look, I know there's a lot of weird foods, but that's just not one that I anticipated being like, that was not what I wanted to see on TikTok that day. I can tell you that much. I was legitimately hurt. Like, there's some weird foods, or weird, you know, dishes and things. Like, the amount of people who I've seen that just eat, I think it was like a, just, you know, you take butter, you put sugar on it, and, you know, people just eat that. Like, some people just got some fried taste buds, and it is heavily concerning to me. Yeah. It's, like, still frozen. Like, it was not like, you know, you thaw the butter. It's just a frozen stick of butter with fruit roll-ups and like, it doesn't sound good. Like, there's a lot of things that I don't like to eat, but that just sounds absolutely awful to me. Okay. That gives it more of a shape. Haven't decided, do I want a third? I might make a third floor. I just have to decide whether or not I want a third floor. Actually, the first thing I should do, so here's the outline so far of the 2 floors. At the moment, I don't want a third floor, so we'll leave it at that. Where do I want to have my staircase? Actually, I could just do a bubble system if I wanted to. Would rather eat a Carolina Reaper. Yeah, I think that would just be, I think it would feel about the same. I could, if I wanted to, take up like one of the really small areas off the edge and make a water system. But we can worry about that later. I should do a roof. Okay. I'm gonna need this for a roof because I have to fill up the walls. But what else do I want? I want the roof to be lighter. Oh, you know what? I missed that. That's what I was missing. This. That's one to get. Yeah, I want it to be lighter in color. But I'm thinking slabs would be the best. And then we'll also get the stairs, because I need those too.
Twitter feeds like my brain, 'cause I have it on dark mode.
Yeah, I think I need stairs. I think stairs look better.
So I can use it to guess her passcode. She's beauty, she's grace. She has a profile picture of her gorgeous face. To try and get more sponsors. Try and get more sponsors.
Huh, okay,
Why don't you care?
there we go.
I've spent the past 10 years of my life making you bad. You're political enough but not contrary. Sexual enough but not enough to scare me. Give me a reason not to be on my knees. The internet's ruined me.
Yeah, although I will say, staying on the topic of food, Kitchen Nightmares is easily one of the best shows.
Look, I know I must
I
sound
feel bad for, like, if you go on, you can see he's talked about how many times he's gotten, like, food poisoning. I think it was I don't remember if it was a news interview or if it was, like, an episode of the show or, like, something after that. But he's gotten, you know, food poisoning from multiple restaurants before. Like, heavily depressing. I'll do that part later. Like, it's literally putting yourself on the line, A, and B, it shows that a lot of those are, like, so much worse than you anticipate. Because, you know, like, of course, you know, there's a possibility of getting food poisoning from, you know, shoddy restaurants and whatnot. But you usually don't think it's actually going to happen. So, you know, him talking about that and being like, yeah, a lot of those places did give me food poisoning is just kind of sad. Although I do like Gordon Ramsay shows. I just like the guy. Like, I think he's a cool dude. And a lot of people, you know, think he's mean. But really the way that I look at it is that he's just very tough love. And you can really tell. Especially when you look at how he trained. He trained in a tough love environment. And that's just how he acts. He's just very tough love. You can tell he cares. And he cares a lot about food. Which is, you know, when you care about food and you see food crimes being committed every day, I would be upset too. I have to decide whether or not I want to frame for the walls. I probably should. For corners. I probably will. Ooh, maybe I should do that with the warped wood. Oh, I think that'd look pretty cool. I have to do that with the... That looks really thick. It looks really thick to me, but like I think it looks better that way just generally. Although I think I will do, because now it looks bland. Since then. Let's see. Yeah, it's too bright. Let's see. We'll try that, and we'll try this. Oh, we can also try this too. For this. I must figure out what color I want for the corners. That would just give it a very straight kind of appearance. That's not bad. Let's see if I like one more though. I have to be careful building with this one, but no. I think it does need something with less less texture. I think I'm gonna go with the I think since it has a lot of texture, I think just having something straight will be the best for this. I'm gonna go with it. I can always change it, but this isn't gonna be something difficult to get. Especially considering Jackie sells 2, and I just have to make sure that I... Wait, why is... Oh, I didn't set this. Ooh. There we go. Now it's even. Okay, now let's see. Do I want to set in the wall or do I want to leave the wall there? So I set the wall in. I'm gonna put this. I guess it kind of look like this, right? I don't feel like moving the whole wall, so. Although the roof would be out one more, but. I think if I set it in, I can do more decor with it. So we'll set it in. And it broke something I didn't mean to, that's fine. Stick that one. Okay. That looks better, I think. Going based on instinct is painful because I'm like, do I like it or do I not? We'll go with it. Now I'm only going to set out the outside parts. This is probably just not going to have a roof. This part is going to have a roof, and it's going to be set up the same way, so need to do... There we go. My view on this is like, as long as it's like somewhat feasible as like an actual house, I'm okay with it. I just want it to look like, oh, that could be. Although with my color scheme, it will always look a little bit off, which is, you know, a little bit unfortunate, but that's okay. I've accepted that part. It just comes inherently with having such a off-standard palette, I think. You know, similarly, most of the people, even on the server, you know, their palette is woods and stones and whatnot. I mean, is that not this palette? Not really. It is still kind of woods and stones. It's just, you can tell it's different from just woods and stones. It is technically, but it does have the variation of color that makes it look just odd enough to be realistic. I hope. Okay. That's the part that's missing. I knew something felt like it was off. Is it this? Yeah, it just felt like it ended too. I knew I was forgetting something. There we go. Okay. We've got 2. Let me finish this one actually, because then it'll be 2. I don't know how I feel about this part being in, but it does that on both, I think. Yeah. I think it just looks more like a roof. I think it's fine. This one will be interesting because it doesn't quite connect fully in one spot until it gets to there. So the roof's gonna go up this way. Probably. But this part might be weird because it's gotta go up here. So then there's going to be a slab in the middle. Okay. Bit of a funky little spot, but nonetheless, I think it's going to work. Yeah, at least it'll look interesting. How? There. I will say, I don't think any of my builds are necessarily going to be like the best looking. I just want to make something that I think it looks cool enough. Like, that's kind of what I'm going for. Like, I think it looks cool. I forgot to do I gotta go out one more. For the black. This literally looks like the equivalent of giving like a drawing an outline. Some corners might end up having 2 lines, but 2 lines of black. I'm gonna go with 1 for the time being because I think they really only need 1. But if I do need 2, then I gotta do 2, and that's okay. This one should be here. Yeah, see, like this one might want 2 because it has 2 front-facing sides. Or 2. That's not correct. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but that is... Y'all know what I mean. 2 bits that would need this. I don't know. I guess I should probably put one there. For clarity's sake. We can go back and decide. I'm not gonna remember to decide. And this one will be a long one. Yeah, keep that one. That looks bad. This one might just not have one. Well, it needs to have one. What I really should do is bring that wall in. That would really be what I would have to do to get that there. But for right now, we can fix that. I'll deal with it later because I don't really know what I want. I'm just going to do as much of the roofing as I can and then decide. I missed that. Okay, so that will then hit this. So I can't go up anymore that way. Okay, so let's extend this side out. I guess that doesn't look bad. It looks, yeah. Yeah, I think inner corners don't need them, but outer corners do. So like, this corner doesn't need one, right? This one does. This one doesn't need one. I think that looks better that way. So outer corners, but not inner. I still don't know what I want to do with that one, with like these two. Yeah, because then that keeps the original kind of structure looking fancy. Alright, let's see. There we go. I guess I won't be connecting. I want to connect that, but I also realize there's no reason to connect that. At least I don't see a good reason to connect that. Oh, that's my phone. I didn't even notice. I was like, oh, the music just sounds a little bit different than normal. Wait, but this part would wait. Not everything's gonna go around the edge. I forgot. Okay. We're getting there, guys. We've got... I have to connect all of this. This is gonna be the fun part. I think it would make more sense if I had this go just straight back into the wall, because then I could have that go off to the side. Or I could do it up this way, but then I'd have to, because this front part would go until it meets. Then I'd have a second peak. I guess, let me see what that would end up looking like. I don't know how far that would go. Oh, wait. I'm off one anyway. Okay, well, we'll just go on here and follow it up. So that would be where that part meets up, but then if this part did its thing, it would be here. But it would end up overpowering it almost. Because this one wouldn't go out much further. I just don't know if I like how high that goes. I could do slabs for this one. Or once time you have to go up straight to the wall. And then this, but then I'd have this weird part. Yeah, I think let's do slabs. Let's see what slabs looks like this. Because then it wouldn't go nearly as high. Wait, I need to replace some of these maybe? Because like where the corner is, I'll probably want to replace. But let's see. So I'm still gonna have this part hanging off the, right. I also didn't do it for this. I broke the, wait, there we go. Yeah, it doesn't need to. Okay. There we go. I never filled in this part.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
And then this part would be see, it'd be weird. It'd be like a roof on a roof. Is that a... Maybe it's a thing. Roof in a roof. It's not a thing. Okay. So then I'm not gonna... Oh, switch it back. I always do this. I'm gonna have it go up to the wall on this... For this part, this out shut. That's not a word. I'm gonna have it go straight to the wall. See, I still like the idea of using slabs, but I don't know. I don't know if it fits with the rest of... I mean, I guess this part probably does make sense because this part goes really high. I don't want it to go too high with just the... Wait. I'm done. That's not gonna work. I'm okay with this. Okay, and then we have this one. I go too fast every time. This one, then we're gonna have to do the second part for that, but that's okay. I mean, how does it look with the... Oh, because it won't actually... Ah, so I have to do slabs for that. Okay, that's fine. I just called poor architectural design. Yeah, I didn't think it was a thing. I was hoping. I mean, I'd love for it to have been a thing, but yeah, that was. Let's see. Also, I probably should have made it so that the end part was a low slab, but I would have had to have had an extra layer. So, because then I could use that. Well, no, I still wouldn't be able to. Let's do this. What am I gonna do for this? I didn't even. This is a big. Wow, I did this. I just kind of picked a random shave and I was like, I can make it work. Also, I guess that's fine. I didn't mean to break through. I guess I didn't realize that that was a. There we go. Oh, I guess that's a. Oh, that's a weird one. Not like that better. I just realized it was lined up with this because that's where it would have been. But I don't know. I think it looks wrong like that. I think it looks better that way. Anyway. I do miss, I really wish that you could do 2 different types of slabs together. One day, we'll get blessed with that. It does have to be, yeah. I think I do. I don't know. See, I think it looks... I'm trying to decide whether I like having the slabs versus the... It gives a little bit of variety, but I don't know if I like the way it looks as much. Although I do think that this area is just poorly planned. But I could replan this area, because what would I... Well, firstly, I'd fix this, but... I remember what I planned for this area now, and I need to break all this. I planned on making a balcony, and then I tried to put a roof over the balcony, and I've suddenly learned why I can't believe I did this. I was like, this area was weird, but I thought that was okay because I was gonna put something there. Yeah, it's just gonna make it an area you could walk out onto. I was gonna decorate it, you know, later, of course, but... I probably shouldn't put a... Yeah, because this area over was supposed to be a balcony, and then I forgot that I was making a balcony. That's all I want. Yeah, okay. I wanted to make like half of this balcony and then half of it. So I guess we'll make this. This whole area could really be a balcony, and I could have something out there on top of that. Because I was like, I didn't plan that area well at all. I would put it in the ground, but I don't know if I don't want to leave it nether bricks. I want to put something else as the floor there. Okay. This area next. Wow. Sometimes I forget that I have to go out one more for the... Well, if I actually... Well, no, because it's not... It would have to be here to be on the angle. Properly. I just thought about that. I would want it there, wouldn't I? To be for both sides versus just one. It's... whatever. If this doesn't match up how I think it, yeah, it's not gonna square anyway. 3 versus 4. Well, actually, it could have. If I moved that one, then it would have squared. But that's okay. Probably still would have looked funky regardless. There's a wandering villager somewhere. Or a wandering trader. They do just be appearing, I swear. Okay, so now I have to do this part, and oh, there it is. I was gonna have that part go out. Let's see, where do I want to have this meet? So I don't have to go across. That's actually a good idea. Just be a little narrow bit here. Do I want to move it out one more? I can, but that'll just be a big wall going up 2 instead of 1 like I wanted. Well, actually, what I could do... So I want those two. You know what? Why did I do that? That's not what I needed to do. That's gonna bother me. There we go. Okay. Now that we have that part done, we can do... That is one of the final rooms. So I guess we're doing a 3rd floor. I mean, I'm really not surprised that the side planned this, but man, every time I look at it, I'm like, oh god, it's just getting bigger. It do just be growing though. Okay. I can do this part, and then I can do one over there, and then that'll be that. And then I'll just carry over everything else, and the top will connect as it does. I think once I build this, I'm gonna build it, and I'm gonna put in... I might not do all the decoration parts, but I want to do like a good amount of it. But really what I'm going to focus on is the lighting, and then on this world I'm going to put it up to difficulty hard, and then turn on creative, and try to stay in this space for like a couple days, and see if mobs spawn in or not. Mostly speaking, I don't need to do it on hard, but I think it, you know, gives a little bit more credibility to it, because then they'll also be trying to get to me. More walls. I didn't need to put that there. I think that's just to remind myself that that was going to be... a porch. Now what will I use the porch for? I don't know. I feel like there's so many things that I could use a porch for, but I'll wait to decide what I want to use the porch for, because I will have a lot of stuff in this just anyway. Why did I? Okay. Okay. You have these two parts, and then these are going to be connected through a bridge as opposed to having just like a roof on this part. So that's how I'll walk between the two top pieces. Alright, so now we get to make more roofs. This is balcony, this is roof. That's fine. I was gonna make it the same level, but I think it looks better as a... Actually, no, I think it looks better if I put it a level down. Yeah, that looks more realistic, I think. I just like the way it looks better. I shouldn't say it looks more realistic, I like it better. Okay. There we go. Looks a little flatter than the other ones too, but I think that's fine. I think it fits with the aesthetic. Okay. It's not getting on this area. Is getting one. I know this way. If this one was going to have one, it'd have to be on this side. And I think that'd be too close to that to be good, so we'll leave it. So really, it's just for the bottom ones that I want to have the black. I might add it later on the top ones, but then I'd have to set everything out or set everything in, and that would take a really large chunk of time, and I don't know how well it would. I think for those ones it fits, but I don't know if it fits for everything. Just looks so same without it. Here. I actually kind of like the way that looks. I think part of this one though is that it just doesn't have the overhang. I didn't think that was actually going to line up, so that's perfect. Oh, right. I have to fix all this part that I messed up. That looks fine. I don't think anyone's gonna look at that one tiny spot and be like, oh lord. I have to do this side too. I might just not do that one. Okay. Well, I like how I put in the black and then took out the black because I realized that I needed to move it in. So I really should have just left it. Okay. Got this little guy. I left the black on the other side though, so. Also, I thought about it, and then I thought about it, forgot about it, thought about it, forgot about it. I have a couple of VODs to post, so I will post those today, hopefully. If I remember, I plan to, so. I know I have a bad habit of forgetting, but I swear I'll do it. I don't know if it's just me, but it really does sound like he's saying rada rada. I know that's not what the villager is saying, but it kind of sounds like it. There we go. I missed a block. There. I definitely messed something up. I'll have to go inside and fix that. There we go. If we can't be seen from the I guess I should set a firm wall, right? I came down here to fix this, to do this part. There we go. I think I'd like it more as the corner as opposed to being stuck out so far. For some of them. I think some of them having it set out is okay. But I think for others it looks better as the corner. Especially when it's, you know, this kind of area where there's already a lot going on. I don't know if it's necessarily a lot, but you know, you get what I mean. Okay. That is all of the third level. Okay, so now I gotta do this part. Actually, I need to do it on this side. I need to make sure that that doesn't hit this. Because if they collide, that would be not fun, I'd say. There. They do not like me for some reason. I swear. Stairs do just be stairs. There we go. Okay. I'm also going to check because so I found on Twitter recently that there's been a lot of issues with Undertale music and copyright. Although if you dispute it, they'll take it off, but you have to actually dispute it. I think I might end up just removing all the Undertale music from my playlist, to be honest, because disputing it makes me stressed, because the fact that it could come back, they could just say, nah, we don't want to, you know, give you it. And then getting a strike would just be absolutely devastating to me. Okay. Oh, this side doesn't have the other. I was trying to figure out why it looks so wonky. I think these two roofs are going to connect. That's okay. Connect, or at least like contact. Like here, they're going to hit, I think, maybe. I didn't plan for that, but I guess it's okay. It shouldn't be an issue, I don't think. This is very close for, but it works. Okay. Now we have this one, which is gonna have to go this way as well. Honestly, the roof is gonna overhang the roof. That looks absolutely okay. So I can't do it with the roof overhanging the roof because that's gonna hurt my brain and hurt my heart. I think if you could see that there was a difference in the two, it wouldn't be an issue. But because you can't, I don't like the way it looks. I don't know how I want to top this one then, unless I want it to be like a have something up here, which is also possible. We'll leave this open for the time being. I might put something up here. Okay. Okay. There we go. So I have everything. Okay, so now I have to figure out where do I want the door. You know, that's a big thing, right? I was gonna say one of the outjuts like this, but I don't know which one. That one's kind of big. Okay, so we'll do. Let's see. This one is how many wide? This is 3 wide. This is 4 wide. Okay. How wide is this one? This one is 5. We're gonna go back to the 4 wide, which is this one. This is gonna be the door. Let me see if I place this. Done. Just a blank sign. Can I middle click on? I can. Okay, that's great. Every time. Get off the search menu. Okay. So we're gonna grab that and that. Oh wait, or that. One of the two. I like the way that looks, but I think this stairs is going to be better. Yeah. Then this will do carpet trap, so. Now I have to figure out which color carpet I want. Oh no. Probably black. The red's really bright. Okay. That's gonna be the doorway. The main doorway, at least. That's probably gonna be the only door. Like, front door. I wish you could do different, I think the carpets are fine. We could also do moss carpets to reset it, so it looks like it's just grass outside, and then decorate the rest of the outside world so it looks different, but I think that's fine. It's not like you can do netherwort carpets. Yeah, we can dream. Okay. So for the floor, I was thinking a mix of the redder blocks. So like this, this, maybe this. And then maybe this as well, depending on how it looks with the others. Alright. And so we'll just do like take one section. We'll take this section. Lay it out and see if I like it or not. Yeah. That looks really bright. I'm trying to decide if it's too bright or not. As like a full house. I think we should add another block in here as like a... as a counterbalance. I just need to figure out what other block do I could use the black. Let's see. This and this. We'll grab those. I'm not adding that as a floor. That's absolutely not going to happen. I have some common sense. So I'll probably stick with those. And then let's see. Every time. Okay. You want to do the black powder? That feels really bright. I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, it's meant to be bright, but that looks like absurdly too bright. Because you could also do... See, my thing is, a lot of people like texturing floors. I don't really dig it. It's not really my thing. So it's just getting black concrete. So, to me, the rest of the decor is much more interesting than the flooring. So, like, I'll usually pick one block for the flooring and just, you know, leave it. But I was trying to do something a little bit different. I could always just use a blank block for the flooring and call it a day, which is probably what I'm going to end up doing anyway. But I don't want to get something that's going to be too difficult to get. But it's pretty much any of the blocks that I have, except for these two, are fairly bright. And I'm not using this for the flooring, like, by itself, because it's basically just the same texture. For decor, I could use it, but as by itself, I think that's a little bland. Man, it do be raining in Minecraft, I swear, it rains so much. Yeah. I kind of like that as the flooring. I think it's pretty. It's simple, it's sleek, it's not like too demanding. The only issue is when I do second floors, I'm gonna have to have 2 layers if I want this to also be the flooring up there, which I probably will. So I just need to remember that when I decide inevitably to do that. So I don't accidentally, you know, kill somebody or myself because this does have gravity physics because it's literally just made of, you know, gravel and sand with a little bit of dye. Alright. Oh. I forgot about that. That's fine. I thought E was for entity. I don't know. Do you think A would be for all, and then E would be for entities or something? I don't know. Whatever. I still get my blocks back, so it's fine. Oh, because that only kills. Okay, that only kills players. What are y'all called? I just want to get rid of the bats. Probably end up doing this last in the actual house when I make it, because if I'm making builds that have to do with water, I could easily ruin this flooring. I just realized they're probably... Well, it killed the bats at least. Oh, I didn't realize that also takes away my night vision when I die. I mean, it makes sense that it does. Flooring has been done. Alright, so some spaces don't need to be utilized, so for example, I don't really need to see any of the roofs on the outside part. And I'm not gonna, let's be honest, I'm not gonna use that space, so there's no reason.
Came from a broken home. I've seen so many people go. Learn to make it on my
Probably,
own.
do I want to do a different roof color? Or like, not roof color, but like,
How are you? Keep cutting through.
maybe, because I think that's kind of dull.
Only if I could give you a chance. Show me that you mean it. We'll feel some type of way.
Now I gotta figure out what color do I want that to be. I could just make it wood. Could do that. If I do, let's see. It does connect on the side as well as front and back. Okay. So I could do this. Question is that too bright as well? We'll have to test it. Give those 3, and then that won't work because it's one color only. And we're not doing the brick. If I'm using the nether brick, it's going to be for like the subtle bits that I think the wood looks the best. Or the planks. Like that. Yeah. Kind of fading into the actual other area. Or do I want to just cover this whole section? I'm just going to cover this whole section, so then this part isn't as much of an issue. There we go.
This under control. You think you do, but you really don't know that I don't need a savior. You can't be my savior. I'll save myself. I'll save myself. No, I don't need a savior. You can't be my savior. I'll save myself. I'll save myself.
Just for clarity's sake, I think covering that corner over is gonna be fitting.
Baby, I just wanna be alone. I don't need your company, stop blowing up my phone.
Like that.
The things that I've been through, and I don't have the time to lay it all in front of you. And you think that you wanna save me. You don't know it, baby, why you do this? I got this under control. You think you do, but you really don't know that I don't need a savior. You can't be my savior. I'll save myself. I'll save myself. No, I don't need a savior.
I just realized most of this is gonna end up being the same level. Like this with that. It's gonna end up being one floor. I forgot that this is gonna be that there's floors. I haven't decided if I want to have this as the floor block or not, because I think that'll be too close. One, two, three, four. I want each floor to be 4, so I might have to end up moving some stuff up or down one, depending on where it is, but...
I've had 1,000 dreams of you, like scenes I do like.
Man, one of these days I remember that, like, floors exist, when I said I was going to make multiple floors.
Hold my breath, I won't make you wait. You're mine for the taking.
Because things, I have to use this block to tie it in, because this is literally the only block that has both colors, color schemes kind of things in it. Also, yes, I have to replace all of these with just another bricks just to keep it. Oh, actually, no, I should. I think doing it like this looks the best. This is where the rain, bro. Well, no, this is the balcony. I don't know what that's gonna look like yet. Because that part is wonky, I'll leave it like that. And then the inside of this, I think if I do the nether wart block, that feels way too bright. I'll use that more as an accent.
You've seen me here before, above the mountain tops. With every step I take, I show the world what I got.
Let's see.
I feel alive again. I feel like it's a new chance. Free from a wasteland, and I've got nowhere to be, so I'm waiting. I don't need a rush, I'm patient. However long it takes, I'll be there one day. Eternal, I'm alive and chasing whatever it is I'm facing. I can't walk away. There's so much left to say.
I need to make them all the same direction because I think it looks better that way. Okay. That's... Actually, I could do it reverse and use this to be like a carpet kind of thing on a black. Yeah, because there's... Yeah, I should do that reversed. Because it's more likely that I'm going to put stuff near the wall than not near the wall.
Chasing whatever it is I'm facing. I can't walk away. There's so much left to say. Our story never has to end.
Then this will give it just like a blank canvas kind of vibe. That plan on, you know, adding a ton of stuff to it, but so far everything I've made has been, what's the word? Utilitarian. Made it to be used. Or utilization, you know what I mean. I make things to use them. This one's gonna, I mean, it will probably have some utilization as well, but overall I want it to just look good. That's like my number one. Now you can probably see what I mean when I say that it's going to require a lot for lighting. Why is my caps lock on? This will be utilized as well. For lighting, of course, but for the time being, I'm gonna go because it is about that time. So I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Peace.